I would go down to Louisville with him. We'd stay there a couple of days, see his mom and dad, have fun. Then we hit the airport together going on our way. When I went to his funeral, I'm at the airport and I'm sitting there by myself. And this great sports writer comes up to me and he said, "How does it feel?" I said, "It feels sad for me. This is the first time I'm leaving Louisville without Muhammad Ali." And it was sad, but life goes on, life goes on. What do we have to look forward to? I'm looking forward to someday maybe being in heaven with my mom, his mom, him, I told everybody, when Ali gets to the Golden Gate, if St. Peter says, "Whoa, Muhammad, we're waiting for you." And Muhammad said, "Hold up, I got some autographed boxing gloves for you. Go right in."
Oh. Do you remember the last conversation you had with him? I mean, when he was still able to talk to you?
When he was sick, I went to see him for his 69th birthday. Okay. And he was shaking and I sat down with him. And then we started to reminisce. When I seen him shaking like that, I said, "Please, God, take him." Then we started to reminisce about things we did and all. I said, "No, God, let him stay on earth as long as he wants." But he was in bad shape. And he told me one time, "This could be worse. If I can't talk loud, the people are going to have to listen more quiet. And I could be worse. I have no pain." Just think if this was pain. Could I have cancer, be suffering? This is nothing. God punished me, smacked me on the wrist, just for some of the wrong. I wasn't perfect in life. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I always ask God for forgiveness. And he said, "I have good marks against me, bad marks, but I hope I have more good marks than bad marks. That's the way I can be in paradise. Have many good marks." And he did. I mean, I seen him go to Jewish homes, paid off mortgages. I mean, unbelievable what he did. We would go to hospitals. A little boy came to the training camp, a hot June day. His dad was there. I said, "What's wrong with your son?" He said he has leukemia and he's not going to live long. I take him back to see Ali. And the boy had the big sweater on and the cap. And Ali hugged the boy. Said, "What's your problem?" He said, "Ali, I got leukemia and they told me I'm not going to live long." Ali said, "I'm going to tell you something. You're going to beat leukemia and I'm going to beat George Foreman." I said, I got choked up. I took a picture of them together. Then I got the picture blown up and Ali wrote on it, "I'm going to beat George Foreman, you're going to beat leukemia." And I sent it to the father. So 5 days later, I got a call. He said, "Gene, my son is at the University of Pennsylvania. He's not going to make it." I said, "Okay." So Ali gets up to do his road work. I get up with him. I don't run with him, just go out with him. And I told him about the little boy. He said, "We'll go down. You know the room number and all?" "Yeah." So we go down to Philadelphia, University of Pennsylvania. We go in the lobby. We get mobbed. Ali, they're all over him. We get on the elevator, go upstairs, go in the room. We walk in the room. There's the little boy. The little boy is as white as the sheets. He yelled, "Champ, I know you'd be here. I know you'd come see me." And Ali said, "Do you remember I told you you're going to beat cancer? Well, I'm going to beat George Foreman." He said, "No, Muhammad, I'm going to meet God and I'm going to tell him I love him. I'm going to tell him you're my friend." Tears was in my eyes, tears in nurse's eyes. We don't know, if you go into a restaurant sometimes, you're by yourself and you say, "I'm a friend of Joe Jones." "Oh, come on in." Who you know, what you know. That's what it's about. And later the boy died about 10 days later, and the father called me. I told Ali. Ali said, "I'd feel too sad going to there." So I went over to see the boy laid out, and they had the picture in the casket.